Let's go ahead and start with Lila Bromberg, Tuxedo Times.
Aaron, hope you're doing well. Just what has the experience been like in Indy, kind of having such a unique NCAA tournament and just prep, and also just having to quarantine in your guys' rooms?
Yeah, I mean it's been a lot different, especially as I recall from my freshman year. But I mean, guys are excited to be able to have the tournament. So I mean, obviously quarantining and stuff it's completely different. Kind of being locked in like a little bubble or whatever. But as I say, guys are excited to be able to have the tournament. So we're willing to do what it takes.
And kind of just in terms of looking at the season as a whole, I know Bino's obviously a guy that brings a ton of energy and positivity for you guys. Just what has he done specifically to help you guys get through such a tough and challenging season?
Yeah, I mean, kind of just we've stayed together, focused on our long-term goals and the things that we've worked for, which was to get to this point, to make it to the NCAA tournament, to win games, and just remembering that we need each other to do it. So that's been the main priority for us.
Go to Emily Giambava, Washington Post.
Hey, Aaron, kind of going off that first question, what did you do during your quarantine, and kind of like how do you stay mentally fresh when you're just alone in a room and you're not really, I don't know if you've even been outside in the last few days.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen, fresh air in a couple of days, but, video games, when we're in our hotel rooms, we're texting in the group chat, we're communicating with each other, just talking about all sorts of things and just trying to, maintain the mental health and like capacity, like where we should be. But I mean, it's unique. It's definitely really different, but, we know that we all feel the same way about it in terms of, what we're going through and how we feel. So I don't know.
Is this the first time you've had to be by yourself for like a 24-hour, or however long you had to do it this year?
Truly, yeah. Other times, I could still see some of my guys. We'd quarantine, like, as a team, individually, like, but still be around each other. This is completely different, though, for sure.
Go to Andy Koska.
Hey, Aaron, when Darryl was preparing for a big defensive assignment, what does that look like? I mean, how does he prepare? What is he studying?
He doesn't change anything that he, would do in a daily routine, honestly. He's built that defensive, he's got that kind of personality or whatever you want to call it, just about him, because it's who he is, it's what he does. He just takes pride. He has a lot of pride in defense. And, I mean, that's just who he's been. So he's already prepared for any defensive task or assignment that he has. And he always steps up for that challenge because, he's always prepared for it. He just naturally does every little thing on the defensive end to, the best of his ability. So he doesn't change anything about him. He might, I'm not sure what he does in his free time. He might study specific players, on their own, but I know that he's just prepared for it because he guards every possession and he doesn't take anything off.
Go to Sean McFarland.
Hey, Aaron, UConn's a team that prides itself on defense and rebounding. They're one of the better rebounding teams in all the Big East, and they have two big men in Adama Sanogo and Isaiah Whaley have been playing really well lately. How do you approach that aspect of UConn heading into this matchup, the fact that they're going to want to crash the boards and they have big men playing well?
Yeah, I mean, our emphasis all season has been defense and rebounding. So, I mean, we've got to continue to play our game, and we just got to be able to execute on the offensive end, get good shots, and, make sure that we're playing for each other. Outside of that, just stick to our game plan and do whatever it takes for our team to get a win.
Alexander Dacey.
Hey, Aaron, you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but, obviously James Bouknight kind of runs the UConn offense. So when you guys have had to face other top guards like Marcus Carr this year, how are you going to translate sort of the defensive success you had in those games to this one?
Who's Aaron?
Second time today.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's something about you, Dacey. Do we have? Don't have him. Tayshawn.
We're back.
Yes.
Good question about Marcus Carr.
Alex, do you want to ask that one more time, please?
Yeah, I can. So it was just sort of about like, when you guys have taken on, star guards like Marcus Carr, how are you going to translate the defensive success you had against guys like him to Book Night with UConn?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of focus in on them a little bit more, but just trying to find ways to contain them to make sure that we're, keeping them from getting to their spots, from, being able to make the plays that they consistently make. That's really all it is. Just a matter of us kind of focusing in on, that one or two couple players that every team has to really make plays, to really score the ball and find them, more ways to contain them.
Last question for Aaron will go to Jacob Steinberg.
And kind of building off the Big Ten tournament when teams were flying out to you on the 3-point line, how much of a emphasis is it going to be for you and in practice this week, driving it and ripping it and attacking the basket more, knowing how fast these defenses are closing out on you on the perimeter?
Yeah, I mean, I just got to be ready for however a team guards me, being ready to drive the ball, being ready to shoot it, make plays for others, however it is. It's just a matter of me reading it and making the right plays. So just staying ready.
Okay. Thank you, Aaron.